In the heart of Jesus' teachings, there lies a powerful and often overlooked warning about the presence and influence of demons. This warning, as relevant today as it was over 2,000 years ago, serves as a crucial reminder of the spiritual battles that take place beyond our physical world. Many people tend to dismiss these warnings, considering them relics of ancient times or mere metaphors. However, Jesus was clear and direct about the reality of these spiritual entities and their potential to affect our lives. His words were not just for the people of his time but for all generations, urging us to remain vigilant and aware. Jesus' warning is an eye-opener for anyone who seeks to understand the deeper layers of spiritual warfare. His message is not shrouded in mystery or hidden in parables, but is a straightforward call to attention. He emphasized that demons are not mere figments of imagination, but real forces that seek to disrupt our lives. Jesus' teachings guide us to acknowledge their existence and understand their intentions, so we can guard ourselves against their influence. Ignoring this warning could leave us vulnerable, allowing these negative forces to subtly weave their way into our thoughts and actions. This crucial message from Jesus is more than just a warning, it's an invitation to open our eyes to the unseen world around us. By understanding the nature of demons and the strategies they use, we equip ourselves with the knowledge to protect our minds and souls. This knowledge is the first step in a lifelong journey of spiritual awareness and resilience. Jesus' warning is a reminder that we must not only focus on our physical existence, but also cultivate a strong spiritual foundation that can withstand any challenge. Embracing this message will transform our perspective, enabling us to see the world through a lens of heightened awareness and understanding. Failing to heed Jesus' warning about demons can lead to significant consequences in our spiritual and everyday lives. The Bible is filled with stories and teachings that highlight the importance of being aware of spiritual forces that can negatively influence us. Jesus was clear about the dangers these forces pose and the impact they can have if we remain ignorant of their presence. One of the most profound consequences of ignoring this warning is the potential for spiritual deception. Demons are masters of illusion and deceit, often disguising themselves in ways that can lead us astray. They can influence our thoughts, behaviors, and even our beliefs, steering us away from the truth and towards paths that can harm us spiritually and emotionally. Another consequence is the erosion of our spiritual defenses. When we dismiss the reality of demons, we neglect to fortify ourselves against their influence. This leaves us open to subtle attacks that can weaken our faith and disrupt our inner peace. These forces thrive on confusion, doubt, and fear, using these emotions to their advantage. Without a strong spiritual foundation, we may find ourselves swayed by false teachings or destructive behaviors that lead us away from the love and light that Jesus offers. Our relationships, both with others and with ourselves, can suffer as a result, as negative energies infiltrate our lives. Ignoring Jesus' warning can also result in a loss of spiritual discernment. Discernment is the ability to perceive the truth and make wise choices that align with our spiritual values. It is a skill that requires awareness and understanding of the spiritual realm. Without recognizing the presence of demons and their tactics, we may struggle to discern between what is good and what is harmful. This lack of discernment can cloud our judgment, making it difficult to navigate the complexities of life with clarity and purpose. Ultimately, ignoring Jesus' warning leaves us vulnerable to forces that seek to hinder our spiritual growth and disconnect us from our true selves. To fully grasp the importance of Jesus' warning about demons, we must first understand the context and content of his teachings on this subject. Throughout the Gospels, Jesus speaks openly about the existence of demons and their influence on the world. He frequently encountered these entities during his ministry, casting them out of individuals and demonstrating his authority over them. These encounters serve as powerful reminders of the spiritual warfare that exists and the role Jesus plays as a protector and guide in our lives. Jesus described demons as spiritual beings that oppose God and seek to disrupt his creation. They are malevolent forces that thrive on chaos and destruction, targeting individuals in an attempt to lead them away from the path of righteousness. Unlike other spiritual beings, demons are not benevolent or neutral. Their sole purpose is to deceive and destroy. Jesus warned that these entities are constantly at work, looking for opportunities to exploit our weaknesses and infiltrate our lives. One of the key aspects of Jesus' warning is the need for vigilance and preparedness. He emphasized that we must be aware of the spiritual realm and the influences it can have on our lives. This awareness is not meant to incite fear, but to empower us to take control of our spiritual journey. By recognizing the tactics used by demons, we can develop strategies to counteract their influence and protect our minds and souls. Jesus taught that through prayer, faith, and a strong connection to God, we can overcome any challenge posed by these negative forces and live a life of peace and purpose. Recognizing the signs of demonic influence is a critical step in protecting ourselves and our loved ones from spiritual harm. Jesus provided clear guidance on how to identify when these forces are at work in our lives. One of the most common signs is a sudden and unexplained shift in emotions or behavior. Individuals may experience overwhelming feelings of anger, fear, or despair without a clear cause. These emotions can lead to actions that are out of character, causing harm to themselves or others. It's important to understand that these shifts are not simply mood swings, they can be indicators of external spiritual influence trying to manipulate and control. Another sign of demonic influence is a persistent feeling of oppression or heaviness. This can manifest as a sense of being weighed down, both physically and emotionally, with no apparent reason. People may feel trapped in a cycle of negativity, unable to break free from the thoughts or situations that are holding them back. This oppression can affect all areas of life, including relationships, work, and spiritual practices. It's as if an invisible force is constantly working against us, creating obstacles and fostering a sense of hopelessness. Jesus also warned about the presence of destructive patterns and addictions as indicators of demonic influence. These patterns can include substance abuse, compulsive behaviors, and toxic relationships that repeatedly cause pain and suffering. Demons seek to exploit our vulnerabilities, trapping us in cycles that lead away from spiritual growth and fulfillment. Recognizing these patterns and understanding their spiritual roots can empower individuals to seek help and healing. Through prayer, faith, and support from others, it is possible to overcome these influences and regain control over one's life. Jesus offered profound teachings on how to protect ourselves from demonic influences and maintain a strong spiritual defense. Central to his teachings is the power of prayer. Prayer serves as a direct line of communication with God, allowing us to seek guidance, strength, and protection. Jesus encouraged his followers to pray regularly, not only in times of need, but as a continuous practice to reinforce their spiritual armor. Through prayer, we invite divine presence into our lives, creating a protective shield against negative influences. Another key element of Jesus' teachings is the importance of faith. Faith acts as a powerful tool in combating spiritual challenges, grounding us in the knowledge that we are never alone in our struggles. Jesus taught that faith, even as small as a mustard seed, could move mountains. This metaphor highlights the immense power of belief and trust in God's plan. By cultivating a strong faith, we can resist the temptations and lies that demons present, remaining steadfast in our spiritual journey. Jesus also emphasized the significance of living a life aligned with God's principles. This includes practicing love, compassion, and forgiveness towards others, as well as maintaining integrity in our actions and thoughts. By embodying these values, we create an environment where demonic influences struggle to take hold. Our actions become a reflection of our inner spiritual strength, repelling negativity and fostering a space where love and light can flourish. Jesus' teachings remind us that protection from demons is not just about defense, but also about actively nurturing a spirit-filled life. Faith plays a crucial role in the battle against demonic influences, serving as both a shield and a source of strength. Jesus consistently taught that faith is the foundation upon which our spiritual lives are built. It is through faith that we develop a deep and unshakable connection with God, enabling us to face any challenges with confidence and resilience. Faith allows us to see beyond the physical world and recognize the spiritual realities that influence our daily lives. In moments of spiritual attack or doubt, faith acts as a stabilizing force, reminding us of God's promises and his unwavering presence. It gives us the courage to confront and overcome the fear and confusion that demons seek to instill. By leaning on our faith, we affirm our trust in God's power to protect and deliver us from harm. This trust is not passive, but an active engagement with our beliefs, allowing us to draw strength from God's love and grace. Jesus taught that faith is not only personal, but also communal. By surrounding ourselves with others who share our beliefs, we strengthen our collective spiritual defenses. The community of faith provides support, encouragement, and accountability, helping us to stay grounded in our spiritual practices. Together, we can pray, worship, and grow in our understanding of God's Word, creating a united front against demonic influences. In this way, faith becomes a living and dynamic force, shaping our lives and empowering us to overcome any spiritual challenge we may face. The Bible provides numerous accounts of Jesus confronting demons, each demonstrating his authority over these spiritual forces and offering valuable lessons for us today. One of the most well-known stories is the exorcism of the Gerasene demoniac, where Jesus encounters a man possessed by a legion of demons. This story illustrates the transformative power of Jesus' presence, as he commands the demons to leave the man, restoring him to his right mind. This powerful act shows that no matter how strong the demonic influence, Jesus' authority is greater, and liberation is always possible. Another significant account is when Jesus healed a boy possessed by a demon that caused him seizures and suffering. The disciples had been unable to drive out the demon, but Jesus, upon seeing their struggle, reminded them of the importance of faith and prayer. He cast out the demon, emphasizing that spiritual strength comes from a deep relationship with God. This story highlights the importance of maintaining our faith and reliance on God, especially when facing spiritual challenges that seem insurmountable. These stories not only demonstrate Jesus' power over demons, but also serve as reminders of his compassion and willingness to help those in need. His encounters with demonic forces were not just about displaying authority, but also about freeing individuals from the bondage that hindered their lives. Through these stories, we learn that Jesus is always ready to intervene on our behalf, offering freedom and healing from the spiritual battles we face. By studying these accounts, we gain insight into how we, too, can confront and overcome the negative influences in our lives. In today's world, interpreting Jesus' warning about demons involves understanding the subtle ways these forces may manifest in our lives. While the concept of demons may seem distant to some, the essence of the warning remains relevant. Modern interpretations often focus on the metaphorical aspects of demonic influence, viewing them as negative energies, toxic relationships, or destructive behaviors that can disrupt our spiritual journey. These interpretations encourage us to be mindful of the forces that pull us away from our true purpose and to actively resist them through spiritual practices. Contemporary spiritual leaders often emphasize the importance of mental and emotional well-being as part of combating demonic influences. This approach involves recognizing harmful thought patterns and emotional struggles as potential indicators of spiritual warfare. By addressing these issues with faith, prayer, and supportive communities, individuals can strengthen their defenses against such influences. Jesus' teachings encourage us to seek balance and harmony in all aspects of life, recognizing that spiritual health is interconnected with our mental and emotional states. Furthermore, modern interpretations of Jesus' warning stress the importance of vigilance and discernment in our daily lives. With the constant influx of information and external influences, it's crucial to remain grounded in our spiritual beliefs and values. By cultivating a strong sense of discernment, we can identify and reject the subtle deceptions that may lead us astray. This proactive approach empowers us to live authentically and purposefully, staying true to the path Jesus set before us. Embracing these modern interpretations allows us to apply ancient wisdom to contemporary challenges, ensuring that we remain vigilant in our spiritual journey. Understanding Jesus' warning about demons is not just about recognizing the presence of these spiritual entities, but about embracing a holistic approach to spiritual wellness. Jesus' teachings provide a roadmap for navigating the complexities of spiritual warfare, offering tools and insights that are as relevant today as they were in his time. By acknowledging the reality of demonic influences and their potential impact on our lives, we can better equip ourselves to confront and overcome them. Jesus emphasized the importance of faith, prayer, and community as essential elements in building a strong spiritual foundation. These principles guide us in developing resilience against negative influences, ensuring that we remain aligned with our spiritual values and purpose. Through faith, we draw strength from our connection to God, empowering us to face any challenge with confidence and grace. Moreover, the stories of Jesus confronting demons serve as powerful reminders of his authority and compassion. They inspire us to seek his guidance and protection in our own battles, trusting in his power to bring healing and liberation. By embracing these teachings, we open ourselves to the transformative power of Jesus' message, allowing it to shape our lives and lead us towards spiritual fulfillment. Ultimately, Jesus' warning about demons is a call to awareness and action. It challenges us to remain vigilant in our spiritual journey, recognizing that true freedom and peace come from a deep and abiding relationship with God. As we navigate the complexities of life, may we always hold on to the teachings of Jesus, allowing them to guide us toward a life of purpose, joy, and spiritual victory.